Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to another episode for our weekly reading, our energy reading for the week of March 8th, 2021. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Trisha Schinkel. I am your intuitive spiritual healer and coach from innerbuddha.ca, and I help awakening empaths and healers heal from their past to allow their dream future to unfold. That's what I do. We do some awesome things. So right now, just to let you know before we get into the reading, I do have consultation spots available. I have some coaching spots available. So I'm booking consultations this week and next week and the next coming weeks until they're full, right? So if you are interested in that, if you want to learn more, I am booking 40-minute consultation fees bookings all this week. So let me know, message me, all right? So this energy this week is pretty awesome. It's like that dream crazy, like off in this beautiful realm of possibilities that is infinite and endless and everything you've ever wanted. You know why? Because we're in the energy of Pisces. And it just so happens that I am a Pisces myself. So I happen to live in a dream world more or less my entire life. And sometimes I do need to come down to reality. But I've also learned that it's my dream world that allows me to live an extraordinary life. And this week in particular, right now, is that energy amplified. It's booming right now. It is really, really strong. So it's a perfect time to allow yourself to dream. It's a perfect time for all of those dreamers out there that you were told that no, that's not real. No, that'll never happen. Oh, you can get your head out of the clouds, right? There's none of that this week. None of that. So that's pretty exciting news, right? So when I tapped in, that's the energy that I found, which is really cool. And I notice these things by a lot of the messages that I come across, just so happen to come across. Say that I'm listening to a podcast, and it could have been recorded months ago, years ago, right? And there's a certain message in there, something that resonates with me. It kind of stands out, right? Those are the things that I look for when I'm gathering information for these readings, right? I pay attention to what the universe is trying to tell me, and I share it with you, right? So this is the energy of Pisces. So in the energy of Pisces, you're going to find that your intuition is going to be heightened. Creativity is also an area in your life that's going to be heightened. It's going to be allowed more to access it. You're allowed to go into this energy more, step into this place. And the biggest thing is dreaming. Dreaming. Oh my gosh. So what you want is to really pay attention to what you're dreaming of, right? So a lot of the times dreaming energy does allow you to escape reality, right? And that's a downfall almost with the Pisces energy, because it pushes you to that dream world so much that you can sometimes use it as an escape. So you just really want to pay attention to what it is that you're allowing yourself to dream about and why. What and why? Why are you doing this? Is it because you're trying to escape, or is it that you're just letting your imagination soar? Is it you're allowing that childlike essence inside of you to break open and allow that creativity to fly, right? So the biggest thing is getting to know the why behind whatever it is you're doing. And if it's something that you're dreaming of for somebody else, that's not what we need. We need to start paying attention to ourselves, right? We need to start focusing more on being selfish, and that is going to allow yourselves to kind of get into this place where you allow yourself to dream and open up to that place. Because right now, this energy is amplified. It is static, right? So it is perfect for breaking down barriers too right now. This energy is really good for kind of breaking down the barriers between people, between relationships, different parts of your relationships, right? Breaking down those barriers, breaking down those walls, breaking down walls in your reality as well. What you believe to be true for you right now. doesn't necessarily have to be what's true for you in a month from now, right? That's the biggest thing, is that when you start allowing yourself to step into that feeling of dreaming, of letting yourself go out into space and going past the clouds, you know, seeing what's past the barriers. So you're going to have this inner critic come up, right? That inner critic is going to say, well, no, it's never happened before, so it's not going to happen now, right? That's the logic side of things. But I'm going to tell you right now, this energy that we're in, logic goes out the window. There's no such thing as logic, because things will just start happening, right? When you step into that energy, when you step into the energy of dreaming and allowing and creativity and flow and just feminine place of just beautiful, nurturing, loving, all of it, right? There's a lot of good, positive stuff in this energy, right? So allow yourself to get swept away with these feelings, with these thoughts, with these emotions, with these experiences. Allow it. That is key. In order to make the best out of the energy that we're feeling right now, it's allowing yourself to kind of get swept away and then seeing what past it. Even when that inner critic comes up and says, okay, this is stupid, right? You're never going to be this. You're never going to do that. You're never going to achieve this, right? That's your inner critic, which is actually your ego. Your ego is just trying to keep you safe. It's just trying to keep you in the familiar, right? But the thing is that there's that part of you, that soul part of you, that is crying out, that is begging to be freed, right? And that is the part that you are allowing yourself to free now, right? So it's also really good energy. This is the part where we're getting to start completing karmic patterns. We're getting into this phase of evolution where karmic patterns and cycles are actually starting to come to an end. It's closing down, right? That closing down of old ways of doing things and reactions and experiences and feelings and stuff. So when you're completing karmic patterns, you're ending the cycle. You are clearing that hiccup that keeps coming up. It's nothing else. The best thing honestly to describe a karmic pattern is a hiccup. It's this thing that just kind of jumps in front of you, and we don't notice it all the time until we're deep in it, right? So this is also the work that I do with my clients in the 4-month coaching. So that's something that we work on identifying and clearing and then replacing with something bigger and better, right? So that's the energy that we're working with this week, which is great. So if you want to book a consultation this week and begin your coaching, this is the time to do it. The next couple weeks, big time. So I wanted to know, I asked our guides and our angels, I said, okay, so how are we going to make the best out of this energy this week, right? I'm really focusing on this week right now. What are we going to get out of it? You know, and how you're going to make the best out of it is allowing your inner child, that inner dreaming part, to dream, to go for the dreams too. So it's really allowing yourself to open your mind, expand your mind past where you've ever gone before, right? Because you've only imagined so much for your life. That's why you're only getting so much out of your life, right? You're only getting what you believe you can. But what if you went and looked past that barrier, that wall, the end all be all, right? There's no such end all be all, by the way, anyway, because the universe is infinite, our energy is infinite, and possibilities are infinite, right? If you believe that, then you know that anything is achievable. And so it's just a matter of opening your mind far enough, expanding your consciousness far enough to allow that dream into your reality now. That's the biggest thing, is seeing yourself and allowing yourself to dream in that spot. So if you want a certain job, or if you want to go and visit a certain place, well, once they open the borders, maybe that'll be a lot easier, right? But right now is the perfect time to dream. We're not doing anything at this point. The only thing we're doing is with our mind, our imagination. We're getting in touch with that creative, fun, expressive part of ourselves, right? That's what the energy is calling out for you to do, is Allow that expressive, creative part of you to open up and see what's possible for you, right? Getting and allowing yourself to like things, allowing yourself to, dream of you in that job, or in that relationship. If you want to get married, right, and you're in a relationship right now and you really want that next step, start imagining what it's like when your husband or your boyfriend proposes, right? Start imagining what it's like planning the wedding. Start imagining getting wrapped up in those emotions, those feelings, bringing it in, right? Or if you're wanting that job, let's say, right? You want that job. So imagine what is like, play the scenario out in your mind, right? First, that's what the first thing you do is you play the scenario in your mind and you play with it and you're like, okay, so imagine you're getting that call for that interview. You're like, oh my gosh, I got the call. They're coming, they want me to come for an interview, right? So you go for that interview. Then imagine yourself in the interview. Imagine what the questions they're going to be asking you. Imagine what you're going to be saying back to them. And imagine that at the end of that saying, okay, so when do you want to start, right? Imagine it. That's the only thing, is that until you allow yourself to imagine these things, they're never going to come into your now reality, right? That's the thing. It's imagining that you already have it. Imagine you already achieved it, and imagine that you already are experiencing it, right? And the thing about your brain is that it does not know the difference between a pretend reality and a real reality. All it knows is the thoughts that you're thinking, and those thoughts are programmed to create emotion, right? So it's just like when you're watching a movie, you get wrapped up in the feeling of the movie, right? You start feeling the pain of the main character, or the anguish of the loss, or the whatever emotion that they're feeling, right? You are playing with your own real life movie, right? So this is the time to start writing the script and start planting the seeds. And the ground right now is fertile, so fertile for all these dreams to grow. That's why it's so important for you to allow yourself to do it. Even when that inner critic comes out and says, no, you're stupid. You're not good enough. It's gonna come up with excuses and reasons, and they are logical reasons why you couldn't do something or achieve something or have something. But look past that and say, thank you, inner critic. Thank you, ego, for trying to keep me safe. Thank you for showing me my beliefs on this matter. Thank you for showing me where I'm at. So now I know what I need to change, where I need to shift the energy, right? The ego is based off of your subconscious program, right? Your subconscious program is locked away. You don't know what's in that programming until you get into the scenario, and then the reaction comes forward, right? When you react, whatever thought, whatever feeling you're experiencing at that moment, that tells you where your beliefs are on whether or not you believe that something is possible for you or not. And that is the very defining moment where you can actually change those beliefs. It's just recognizing the programming, the cycle of how things occur. And that's what I do, the work that I do with my clients, right? Like, we get in there, the nitty gritty, and we're like, okay, this is what's been blocking you. This is your number one blocker, right? This is not something that you'll be able to find on your own all the time, because it's something that's so ingrained and programmed into your life that you do it all the time that it's just on autopilot, and you don't even realize that you're doing it, and it's coming up and preventing you from achieving or getting or closing the deal, right? So it's such important work, right? And again, that offer's out there. So let me get back to my notes, because, so this really is the basis of manifestation, right? When you are trying to manifest something, you got to feel it, you got to know it, you got to smell it, you got to touch it, you got to taste it. Before anything happens, you have to feel that it's already happened for it to actually happen. The thing is the belief that we are set and we are taught in society is that we gotta see it to believe it, right? And that's backwards. Honestly, in order to get anything in life, any big dream, you have to believe it first, and it'll then be attracted to that energy that you're believing it in, right? So you have to believe it to see it, not see it to believe it. That's backwards. You're like a dog chasing its tail with that. Believe it to see it kind of baloney, right? So let me see. You can't get what you won't allow yourself to even think about. That's what a message that came through when I was channeling earlier before I started this, was you cannot get what you don't allow yourself to think about. That's big, right? That's really big, because if you can't allow yourself to think about it, how are you expecting it to show up in your reality, right? How is that going to happen? It's not, because that's the biggest wall. That's like a brick wall that you're not allowing yourself to break down. And you can sit there and beg the universe and ask it, I just want this so badly. But if you don't allow yourself to think about you even having it or achieving it, and you're basically banging your head against a wall, right? And again, if you notice that inner critic coming up, talking you out of it, that's the time where you say, thank you, ego, for trying to keep me safe, because that's what it's trying to do, right? So he's like, thank you so much, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to feel the fear and do it anyway. That's the biggest thing. So the message that's really strong this week is allow yourself to chase those dreams. Allow yourself to open up your mind and get in touch with those deepest desires, those things that you've shut away for so long. You did not allow yourself to dream because somebody once told you that that was a stupid dream. So therefore you can't have it. That's not true. That's what their opinion is. That is their observation. That's their perception of what you think that you can have. But is that reality? That's their reality. But is that your reality? That's a big thing, right? So when you start allowing yourself to start chasing those dreams, you get in that place. You're like, okay, we're just going to play with this. Let's just play with this for a little bit, right? Let's just have some fun. Nothing's hurting you, right? So this actually, when you step into that energy, this allows those channels of energy that are always flowing. This is abundance. The abundance is always flowing at all times. The thing is that we're closing off with those walls, right? So this allowing yourself to dream opens the channels of the energy to allow the energy to start flowing into your life and actually becoming reality. So the secret is that the dream is not somewhere far in the future, right? That dream, when it happens, it's not a distant future. It's happening now, right? We're bringing that forward. We're bringing that from somewhere in the future. It's like, it's going to happen someday. That kind of energy is going to keep you away from all of your dreams for your entire life. It's going to happen someday. No, it's going to happen today. That is what's going to bring it into your now reality. Because if you keep thinking that something is going to happen in the future, it's always going to be in the future and it's always going to be out of reach. It's always going to be out of reach, right? So what you want to really do is bring that dream from way in the future and hold it and bring it in and bring it into this moment now. And pretend with your imagination, right? You can do this. And pretend that it's already happened now. So bring it forward and think about, what would your life be like if this happened, this dream became a reality today, in this moment? Like, boom, you got the job. Your fiance proposed. Or, you found out you were pregnant. That's something that I worked on for a very long time. Is I wanted to have my baby, my one last baby, my daughter, which she's now almost 2, right? The thing is that you have to allow yourself to start imagining it, bringing it in. So what would life be like? What would it feel like? What would you be doing? How would your day be, right? Start playing with it. Start allowing yourself to get in that place, the zone, where all things come in, right? You step into that place now. Not in the future, not in the distance. It's always, if it's going to be in the distance, it's never going to be achievable. Let me think here. Oh, and again, that inner critic, when it comes up, thank it. Say thank you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I thank you. I release you. I release you. I release the belief that is holding me back. Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I release the worry, this belief, this story, this thing that's keeping me hostage, right? I thank you and I release you. That's what you need to do. So, okay. First thing I wanted to do is break into the cards and get some validation for this information, right? I'm bringing out my Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light. Love this deck. So the question for this deck, I pre-wrote it down. So the question is, what guidance do we need to make the best use of the energy this week, right? That's what we want to know. Our guides and our angels, I'm asking you to step forward with the highest truth, love, and compassion. Step forward now and answer this question for us. Give us the guidance we need to work on to make best use of this energy, of this dream energy, this Pisces energy, this creative energy, this intuitive energy. Very intuitive. It's a very intuitive time. Woo! Cards are flying out. Okay, I have two. I'm going to get one more. The guidance that we need to make best use of this energy. Okay. So the first card that came out was protection. Oh, hello, Christine. Thanks so much for coming on. This is the crucial part. You are coming in at the right time. Okay, so the first one to make best use of this dream Pisces energy is protection. So call back your power. Call back. Think of ways that you've been giving it out unnecessarily. You don't even realize that you're doing it. You're just giving it away. You're like, oh, I can't do that because of this, right? And the thing is that that's another story that's keeping you trapped. That's keeping you in place where you don't want to be, right? So pay attention to things that you tell yourself that you can't do, because those are areas of your life that your ego is lying to you. It is a pure lie. And then the card also says to cut the cords. So you can do this. It's just a visualization. You just take your scissors, your fingers are your scissors, right? You cut those etheric cords, right? You can ask also Archangel Michael to step forward and help you with that as well. That is something that I also do in the actual 4-month sessions too. So protection is key, because in order to step forward, you got to cut the cords of these stories that are holding you back, right? And allow yourself to dream. You got to cut the energy. You got to get rid of all the stuff that's holding you back, that's keeping you in the icky, right? And, okay, I'm going to teach you a really quick thing to clear your energy really quickly, okay? This is something that I actually teach to my Reiki students, and I'm going to share this with you guys now. I've shared this a couple times in the group, but I feel right now it's really important to know. So first, you're going to clean your aura. So I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Your third eye, you're going to start rubbing that. You just kind of rub it clockwise or counterclockwise, which way you want. Whatever feels right for you. Just start rubbing it. You're activating that third eye. This is where we're going to start dreaming. This is where those thoughts, those inspirations, those things are going to start to come alive, right? We got to clear it off, right? And flick it. Whenever you feel like you're get a little icky, there may not be there, but it's energy, right? Everything is energy. We're going to clear it. And then we're going to take our hands and clean our face. Flick. And then go around the back of your head. Go around your chin. Flick, right? Clean off that third eye. You're magnetizing your third eye. You're allowing that part of it to wake up. And then, I do these 3 times. I do this a lot myself, actually. Do it again. Third eye, rub it. And then take it and rub your face. Rub your face and flick it. And then go around the back and flick it, right? That, starting there, already I feel really good. And then, okay, one more step. We're going to cross over our energies, because energy is meant to cross over, right? To the Western hemisphere, to the Northern hemisphere, Eastern, Western, South, everywhere, right? So first we're going to start with our shoulder. We're going to put our hand on our opposite shoulder. We're going to bring it down and just swipe all the way down to your hip. You can't see, but I'm doing it. And then flick it away, right? Do it again on the other side. So hand here, cross over, pull down across your chest onto the opposite hip on this side, and flick. Do that 3 times, or as many times as you really want, but we're going to get rid of this. But this is the protection part. This is the cutting cords. This is cleansing our aura. And there's a lot of other things, but honestly, I already feel better. I don't know about you. Whew. And soul retrieval. Okay, so the last thing on this protection card is soul retrieval. So that means that we're giving away parts of ourselves all the time. We're giving our parts of our energy away to people, places, things, situations, past lifetimes, future lifetimes, whatever you spend a lot of your energy on, right? So you want to call back that energy into your body, into your physical body now, right? Bring back those particles, bring back that thing. So you just bring it back. You just visualize it. It's like all these lights shooting back at you. You're pulling it in, right? Pull that energy back in so that you are one and you are whole. That's it. That's a big protection piece. I didn't anticipate sharing that with you, but I felt that it was really necessary to share that with you because these are things that literally I do on a daily basis. Not a daily basis, but as much as I possibly can, right? So yeah, there's so many soul fragments that you need to come back home like a beacon. Yeah, exactly. You are a lighthouse. And sometimes that lighthouse gives away light. And it's all a part of the energy exchange of everything around us. But you just got to remember to call it back in when we're feeling drained and a little bit out of sorts, right? So yeah, I know what you meant. So the next card that came out was Inner Temple. Get in touch with that inner temple. That is your inner self. That inner part of you that had been closed off for too long, and you're not allowing yourself to dream. You're not allowing yourself to step into that place where you always want to be. You wish for it, but because it's a wish, it's so far in the future that you don't believe it ever actually happened now, right? That is your blocker. That is your wall. You got to get in touch and allow yourself to feel it. Feel it so good, right? So Inner Temple, it says devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart, because that is how this dream energy this week is going to flow, is through your heart chakra and your higher heart. Okay, so your thymus, right above your heart is in your middle of your chest, right? Right above it is your thymus. These two are like this energy center of universal connectedness, right? And this is direct connection to source. This is direct link to that higher part of you that we usually are shut off because we're trying to protect ourselves because we've gotten hurt in the past or something bad happened. So we shut it off because then, if it's shut, then we won't get hurt. That's the story and logic behind that, right? But we got to know that there is a safe time to do that. And perhaps after you clean your aura and magnetize your third eye, you can also use bubbles of white light to protect yourself, to get yourself into this place where you feel safe enough for your heart chakra to open and to connect to that place in the divine, right? You can always ask for your guides and your angels to cloak you with invisibility cloak, that will save you from negativity. You won't really be that beacon of light for all the negative psychic attacks to happen, right? When you're cloaking yourself and you're protecting your aura and you're cleansing it and you're pulling it back, you're doing all the things and you're doing all the things are the tools that you are taught, right? And these are tools that I teach in my 4-month sessions all the time, that's how magic starts happening, right? So getting in touch with that portal, allowing yourself to open that up, is how these dreams are going to come into your reality, right? The last card for this question, which is what guidance do we need to take better advantage of the energy this week? The last one is play. That's that play, that fun energy that allows that childlike curiosity, the creativity to come out and allow yourself to dream. Because this Pisces energy is the dreaming energy. And I can tell you from firsthand experience of being a Pisces, it's kind of my life. That's how I got to this point, right? So allowing yourself to have fun and dream. And okay, I'm going to share a little story with you because over the past week or so, I've been kind of in a funk. Week or so, it's been longer, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. But what I've done last night was my husband was watching his UFC fights. He watches them almost weekly, right? And most of the times I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't. I drank a couple glasses. Let's not get ourselves of red wine. I get tired. I go to bed. But last night I said, no, I'm going to spend a little bit of time with you. I'm not going to open my bottle until the kids go to bed way after, right? Your son's a Pisces too, hey? Yeah. Oh, it's really fun energy. So what I did was I started looking through old music. I haven't listened to actually music other than meditation music for a very long time. So I started looking through old hip hop of the 90s, right? Dance, all this. Like, we went down memory lane. It was such a fun time. It was just me and my husband, and I'm sitting there just dancing and listening to all these songs, like the Fugees, Toni Braxton, like those kind of things, right? And we had so much fun. And I didn't allow myself to do that for a very long time, only because I was in such a heavy energy for a very long time, right? But I opened up and I allowed myself to have fun. Just innocent fun, right? And that's what this card is telling you to do. It's calling you to start allowing yourself to have those little bits of fun, right? Whatever that is for you. I mean, I was sitting on a chair and dancing to myself all night long. But that's it. Don't be serious. The card says celebrate, have fun, don't be serious. That is what the energy that you need to get into to start acclimating, to start calibrating to this place will allow your dreams to start taking fruition. It'll start coming into this place of, it's not just a dream anymore. It's not just in the distant future. It can actually be now. That's how you change beliefs, is you're identifying what's been happening, what's the energy you've been stuck in. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you need a third party to tell you what's been going on because you don't see it because you're in it, right? So if you have somebody from the outside looking in, they can tell you, you're like, oh, you really just need to like loosen up. Just have a night. Do something that you haven't done in a long time that makes you feel silly, or you may feel a little embarrassed if somebody saw you, right? We even went outside and I was kind of like dancing a little bit with the music in my pocket, and people are walking down the street and I'm like, I don't even care. Usually I'm the one that's like, just thinking twice. And I'm like, oh, I don't want them. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? Right? Just let go of that. Right? And that's the fun. That's the creativity place that you need to get into to allow these dreams to come into fruition. Right? Okay. So we got right. I was going to say off track, but we didn't. This is right on par with what we're talking about. Okay. So I'm going to bring out my second last deck. We're going to bring out the animal deck after this, but what I really love about my Sacred Geometry deck is that it really tells you the energy to step into, what you need to activate in your energy field in order to attract exactly what it is that you're wanting to manifest. Whatever dream that you're working on, whatever you're allowing yourself to think about, this is the energy that's going to allow it to come in. Okay. I'm really parched. Hang on. Okay, so the next deck I have is my activations deck, and I want to know what energy do we need to activate in our energy field to attract our dreams into our now reality? That is the question that I wrote, right? So we're going to get in touch with that. We're going to get in tune with, we're going to dial into that. What energy do you need to step into to bring that into fruition? This one, I'm just going to bring one card out. It's going to be that one message. There it is. Interesting. This is the energy that you need to step into. Miracles. The energy of miracles. Open yourself up to miracles. What does a miracle feel like? When you say that, if that happens, it would be a miracle. Whatever you say that is about, that is the energy that you need to bring forward now, as if that miracle already happened. What would it be like if that miracle just popped into your reality right now? Oh my God, this happened. Now what? Now what are you going to do? What steps are you going to go after that, right? So often we get stuck on, well, this is how far I want to go. This is the dream, but you don't allow yourself to look past the dream. What happens then? What happens when that dream comes into your reality? What then, right? That is the miracle. So that is the energy that we need to activate this week and live in that energy of miracles happening all the time. Look for the miracles and they're going to happen. The guidance on the card, which I'm going to draw your attention to the number on the card. It's backwards, but it's 33. 33 in numerology is a master number. It's a number of mastery, right? So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to allow you to do the research on number 33. If you want to just Google search it and see what comes up for the master numbers, because that is a real secret. That is where the miracles lie. So the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. That is huge, right? Living in a place where there's miracles all the time, blissful transcendence. Hell yes, Christine. Living in the truth. Miracles happen all the time. It's just our perception, our view of it, what we allow ourselves to think about it, to see it as, defines the miracle, right? It defines the experience. It defines what we allow into our reality now, not just in the future, but bring that forward now. What would it feel like now? Oh, that's so good, right? Miracles. Step into that. That's what you're being called to do. Okay. I've been talking for a while now, and I'm going to bring out this last card. So the last card, I've been doing this for the last couple weeks, you may know, is the animal card. So animals have really great messages. Like there's the animal totem, right? Aboriginal totems, they follow them all the time. You get animals in your dreams, you have spirit animals, right? And I feel every week that there's always a message to be had from this deck. And Diana Cooper does a really great job of describing it. So I'm going to ask for the guides and our angels to bring forth the message, the animal of this week, that's going to give us the best guidance on allowing these miracles, these dreams to actually come into fruition. Let's see what comes out. Oh my God, I'm getting so hot. You know? The energy is flowing, guys. The energy is flowing. Okay. This is perfect. Oh my gosh, you guys. Dolphins. The power of dolphins, the energy of dolphins. They are, I don't know if you know this, but they are extraterrestrial animals to this world. They actually come here to raise the vibration through their songs, through their chirping, through their communications. They're actually altering the energy frequencies of the ocean, which then changes the energy frequencies of the earth, of the planet, right? That and whales and all of these, right? So yeah, live joyful in the present. Live joyfully in the present, right? And their playfulness, yeah, Christine, right? They're just so loving, so nurturing, so kind, and so brilliant, right? They are very brilliant. So I'm just going to pull out the book and see what Diana Cooper has to say about dolphins, what their message is. So the guidance, here we go. Okay, you ready? This is our guidance for this week. Of course, playful, joyful, singing, living joyfully in the moment like a dolphin, right? Like a dolphin. So the wisdom of a dolphin card reminds you that you are a special, highly evolved being. Throughout your long soul journey, you may not have been flawless. None of us are, right? That's okay. No one has. But that is the past. You are now a light bearer, carrying a sacred geometry, keys, and codes for this and other universes to dance and play. Do whatever makes your heart feel happy. Listen to those old songs. Pull out all the old nostalgic memories, the fun stuff. Forget all the shit that happened in the past. It doesn't matter. Your task is to lighten up, be joyful and gracious, and spread your wisdom. Bring throughout the golden ray of Christ, and you will automatically heal others through your joy. That's freaking true, right? Also, know that no one is perfect. So keep your heart open with understanding and forgiveness. That is the energy of the dolphin. Step into that light. Step into that place. Allow yourself to step in that place. A lot of the times that self-critic is going to come out and say, this is stupid. You're stupid. What are you thinking? Why did you do that? Right? Say thank you, inner critic. Thank you for not believing in me, so that I know that these are areas in my life that I can start believing in myself. Thank you. And release it with love and gratitude. All right, so that is the reading this week. I had so much fun with you guys. So thanks so much for coming on. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your journey, because that's the biggest thing. And again, just a reminder, I am booking consultations all this week, all next week, and the next week after, until all of the places are full. So again, if you are interested in my 4-month awakening coaching series, let me know, message me, and we can book that consultation and we can go from there. All right? So I send you so much love and so much light, and thank you so much. Mwah! Take care.